So I would still like to do the borderline personality disorder challenge, but since losing my phone, I have lost the screenshot that I had of the questions and I haven't been bothered to find it again, so I really should do that. But I want to talk about something that I did with my current partner. We're kind of off at the moment. So basically, we went to couples counseling. Obviously, there are lots of problems in my relationship, and we thought that maybe couples counseling could help it. Basically, it didn't help, except it helped me because I realized that I am the biggest problem, not me, but my mental health. So I have to get that sorted out before I can kind of work on the relationship. I think that if I got my mental health sorted out, then we probably wouldn't need couples counseling. The first session, the kids were there and it was really hard to say anything because the kids, that was kind of just building a bit of context, like who we are and a bit about our relationship. The next session, the kids weren't there, but the next session was actually the week after I drunkenly texted my friend that I wanted to have sex with one of her friends. So that did not help the situation because obviously Aiden found out. So the session was really tense because right before that session we had a bit of an argument as well. Basically, the therapist was like, oh, you're gonna cheat, so you should just break up because, you know, he doesn't deserve that, and yeah, he doesn't deserve someone like that. I would really like to blame the borderline on that because I would not do that if I was neurotypical or if I was sober and not under the influence of borderline. That was a while ago now. I think it's been a few weeks since then, but basically in that session I felt really attacked. I felt like they were trying to make me this big bad person who is going to cheat and who can't make up their mind. They wanted to make me feel like the embodiment of my borderline, which is not what I am when I'm nice. Not when I am when, like, not when I'm not having a borderline episode, because generally if I feel like the relationship is rocky, then I will be impulsive and do something. And I know that I'm not that person because my whole relationship with Gabe, I didn't cheat and I didn't talk up other guys. I never did anything that wasn't faithful. And this whole relationship up until now, I haven't done anything that wasn't faithful. My borderline has been getting a lot worse as I have a lot more problems in the relationship. And obviously couples counseling is not going to help that because I read somewhere that basically if you have couples counseling and you're naming all these things about the borderline, then they will get really offended and attacked, and it's better to just kind of not talk about what they are, but how they can sort of help and how you can set boundaries in the relationship to help the relationship and not make them feel like they are this really bad person. I did a bit more reading on how to make borderline relationships work. Basically, we've been trying to set boundaries. So if I start to feel borderline, that I myself will try and pull out. If I can't do that and I keep going and being like verbally attacking him, then he will just say stop and I will stop. And sometimes, well, recently I haven't stopped because I feel like my efforts when I have stopped, that was like once after we discussed this, he didn't commend me on it, so I felt like when I stopped, it just didn't mean anything, like it wasn't an improvement on the relationship because he didn't know how to respond, like in a positive manner to me, when I thought that I did something good and I didn't have his affirmation, so that didn't make me feel very good. But when I have stopped and he's affirmed me for it, then it's really good. Then our relationship is a lot better after arguments. So there is a way to make borderline relationships work, but you have to set those boundaries, and the other person apparently has to be really loving, caring, empathetic towards the borderline, and he plays a lot of a role in it as well. He's the one who is really setting the rules, and I'm the one who has to listen and try and control myself. I think I'm very firmly believing that couples counseling won't help a borderline relationship unless you go in and ask for tips on strategies of how to make it work. Like problem solving. You're there to really improve and learn, not to make someone feel like they're a shit person. Thank you for watching, and I hope this might help a borderline relationship out there. So, thanks.